What's up guys, and welcome back to WBC Builds, and welcome to another episode of our server update tour. So this is October's edition and I've got a lot of stuff to show you guys. We have no new builders this month, but we definitely have some new buildings, especially ones just like this. Absolutely incredible. We'll get around to seeing this in a bit. So guys, without further ado, let's jump on into the server tour. So we find ourselves here in Wolverhampton for the first part of this server tour. Now, a lot of people who follow me on social media will recognise this place as King's Square. So I built this last Sunday, and believe it or not, a lot of it is just a copy and paste job. I know it's crazy to think that townhouses are just copied and pasted around here, but this square was actually never going to be formed at all. So for me, I've always been having the idea of building the square here. I had it mapped out on the ground for a long time, and ultimately I was just going to try and focus on with that part of town to finish up the Wolverhampton series. But this time I've decided to actually do something a bit more about what I want to build, and we've come round and we've finally got ourselves a square. So just coming up this corner here, you get this proper sense of being in some sort of English town during the Georgian period, during the late sort of Georgian period. This building itself was meant to be built in 1760 along with the rest of this, and it's what's known as a speculative build. So what happens here is not just one builder builds the entirety of it. You've got one builder would do one terraced, maybe another one would do a few other houses, and you can see over here these other houses were built slightly different, this one over here being a bit shorter as well. Gives it some nice character, but the whole feel of this place now is just perfect. I mean, Dock Lane, as most of you know if you watch my streams, is one of my favourite places in the entirety of the server, but this place takes the biscuit and takes the prize. I just love it, just absolutely adore it, so I can't wait to finish it off. There's a few more bits to build, like the entirety of this area around here. This is going to be known as Limor Park, and that is the main park that follows the River Limor, which is this one here. And that will bring us on to another town in a bit, Lymouth, which we have been to last time, but more development has been taking place there. So let's hop, skip and jump over to another part of Wolverhampton where I've been doing some work, so I can show you guys what's been going on over there. So you find me here standing in yet another park. This is along Waterloo Road, and it's just behind Bridge Street. So this is the area I'm building towards the end of Wolverhampton. So the school and that are going to go in here. I think we showed off this in our last server update, which was the Baptist Church along Bridge Street. And so what I've been working towards recently is just adding more and more houses in here, so it feels a bit more residential, a bit more 19th century infilling. So in this big plot behind me is where the school and the sort of infant school is going to go, and I think we discussed last time what's going to go over there is the workhouse. But things that are here now are this beautiful terrace of houses, these later Victorian ones. They've got a bit of a Gothic influence to them, and they were featured in one of my recent videos, which is the timeline showing you what exactly Victorian buildings are and giving you a bit of history about Edwardian and Georgian along the way. Now we come to one of my favourite houses, this being just a beautiful double-bayed house known in the world as Emsworth House. And you can see there in the screen as well, so grey iron bars. Now they are grey because of the texture pack we're using, which also changes iron trapdoors to quartz and a few other little subtleties. Now this is our texture pack for the server. It's currently not available to everyone to download, but if you head on over to our Discord you can find out how to get hands on it. So that's all we've got to show you really in Wolverhampton for now. There's a lot more to be built later on. You can see I've plotted out where all these houses are going to go, and also where some roads are going to go later on. That may not get featured in this part of Let's Build Wolverhampton, but we will see. So it's time now to head on over to Lymouth, which has seen some more development as well. MS Builds has been working hard yet again, not surprisingly. We know what he's like. So my time has come. I've got to the age of retirement. I found myself a nice seaside bench to lay down on and fall off into deep sleep. That's not very uplifting, is it? But welcome to Lymouth, the beautiful seaside town built by MS Builds. And now a seaside town would not be complete without a lovely lighthouse that I can see right behind me. But first of all, this place has grown from when we were last here. When we came last month, I think last time we were down there was a big house that I really enjoyed looking at. But right now he is building up this part of the town, and I think if we carry on this way, he's also built his own little rendition of some Tudor houses. A lot of medieval builds in Minecraft do not resemble real life medieval buildings. This one on the other hand does. I love the timber frame. It may even be like a mock Tudor, like a Victorian house, but I don't think it is. It is really nice. I love it when you've got a big tower or something peeking over the top of a house or some buildings. That lighthouse is really nice, even though it is just a one solid colour. I think it works really, really well. Oh, He's even got the lighthouse little cottage. And okay, this is the first time I think I've seen Prismarine being used properly, and that is really, really nice. But yeah, so MS Builds, again, tip my hat to you, sir. You have been working so hard again, putting us all to shame with your absolutely amazing town building. Love it. Love a little coach house down there. It's not a garage. It's definitely not a garage. So I think it's time to move on to another town in Whiteburg, which is over in the northern sections, and it's definitely not Portmore, but we will go visit Portmore in a bit. Note, this is Highbury, built by Sir Lancelot last time we started there. This time, it's time to go see what he's done. So welcome to Highbury, part of Whitesea Island, which is actually its own country, technically, a bit like Wales. We'll explain it later on. But this building behind me was entered into our building competition and actually won, ultimately. There was a bit of a controversy around it, we'll explain later on. But still, it is a beautiful mock Tudor building. It's got so many details you would find in a lovely Victorian house. I don't know if the interior has been done. We can knock on the door and run away, see what happens. Oh god, I wasn't expecting the trapdoors to fall down like that. But still, so you come through here into oh, actual garage. Ooh, Mr. Goose has built himself a car. Well, actually, they're pronounced cats in our world now, but we won't get into that too much either. No, this is what I wanted to bring you round to see. This beautiful, beautiful rear. I love the windows. They've got a proper nice gothic feel to them. You can see just through the shaders sort of how much is being shown off here. And the reference picture he showed me, the windows only came up to this level, and it didn't look great. You know, there was missing so much just sort of a gothic detail to it. But with these windows like this and these large big bay windows like this build is absolutely incredible. So Sir Lancelot, I can't wait for you to find an area to place this in. It is going to look beautiful in your town. Now we're going to head on over to your barracks or your military base again, because I think you've added a bit more there. Don't look at that. So yeah, by the looks of it, he's built himself some diagonal barracks. I think these look great. You know, the actual detailing in the bricks, we've got different textures in the walls, and the colours you've used, the oak, as I said last time, and the stripped oak, go so well together with the brick. It is perfect, but I do like these large, big barrack buildings, especially when they've got a sort of a slope to them. I'm going to look inside, and I'm going to be scared. Oh my god. Look at the, just look. This is the sheer level of sort of interior detailing you have to do in order to get yourself a really nice looking building, especially when you've got all of these angles on the go. But yeah, this place has come on quite a bit. It's a bit more filled in, but also the horrible, horrible biomes are gone. We've managed to fix that in our recent update of the server, which I am now so happy about. But yeah, oh, what's this over here? A nice little statue. And actually Sir Lancelot, look at him, dressed up in his gear. You've actually found him on a good day where he isn't wearing his swimming costume, which is always quite nice. So say hello, guys. And this is going to be quite a nice little statue. I love the granite base. And the view down through there, oh, top notch. So nice one. Welcome again to the team. You're our newest builder lately. So it's really nice to see you've been working so hard on this place. As mentioned, we're going to pop on over to Portmore quickly to show you what Dweebs has been up to. It's mainly a lot of terraforming. We love terraforming around here. So let's jump on over to that. You know, guys, I've come here quite a few times to say Dweebs has started building Portmore again, and Dweebs has started building Portmore again, but this time it really, really is something a little bit different. The detail you've done here in this hill, don't look behind the hill, but look into the hill, is outstanding. It looks real. I love the way you've used the grass on here as well to give you that nice texture, but even the actual colour of it, you've got the jungle still around here, which looks really good. So I can't wait to see where you take this. Ignore everything that doesn't look right, but look at this cliff face. I knew I was coming up for a good surprise here. Look at it, the way the light comes off it and the shaders as well is absolutely incredible. Your use of bedrock and coal is just perfect. It really does give you that nice gradient feel as you go up through the hillside, like it's some sort of granite or something. So Dweebs, again, welcome back. I can't wait to see how much more you build of this soon. The castle is looking perfect on this new location. Or has it moved? I don't know. Anyway, let's jump on over to see what's been happening in the towns over in Europa. So let's go see what's been happening with Rusty over in Forcenet. That's not actually how it's called, but I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, let's jump on over to that. So it is really good of a builder to be able to build such cityscapes that when you come and sit in a chair like this, holding onto your gherkin, you can see the church behind you and just get a really nice sense of the place. And that is what Dusty has done here. He has really, really improved this place. We came here before, I'm not going to show you the inside of the church yet, but all that was here was a few buildings along the seafront and the church itself. Those buildings have now been removed. I think they've been moved on to other places. But what has been replaced and actually built up over time is a neoclassical beauty. Just look at it. I love the use of these trees around the front with these ferns and bits of grass on there, but also the way you've used the blue here, the new warped wood, as a sort of copper door, I think. But still, your town is incredible. The angles you've chosen and the actual sort of, I don't know how to say it, like the actual presence of this place really does sing true with me. Now, this building you showed me before on Share Your Builds, I got to say it is beautiful the way it is just red, but you've mixed a bit of brick in there as well to give it some more life to the colours. And we've got another row of houses along here, coming round into some more townhouses, and the way again you've used the different coloured woods is perfect, and the roofs, blackstone roofs, love them anyway. So as you can see, there's a lot more going on with this place. There's a few new builds just sort of scattered around the skies, so I can't wait to come back here next month and probably show you guys that, which I think may be a palace of some description, but at the moment it doesn't look finished, so I think we'll leave that where it is. So it's time to take you guys to go see what Hotkey has been building. He's been starting on some Swedish inspired town, so let's go take a look. So you find me here in this Swedish inspired town of Pelham. I think that's how you say it, Pelham? I can't speak Swedish, but that's a nice little good boy sitting under this tree here. Hello, how are you doing? Ah, so this place is again very similar to the Rusty's sort of style of being just sort of on an angle, on the skew. Oh, I see you're flying the flag of Sweden there, which looks very nice on top of this diorite wall. Perfect job. But again, this is a new town that's sort of been starting up, and you're actually making great progress. This is really coming together quite nicely. I imagine this is going to be some form of town hall. Anything saying there? No, but I can't wait to see what you're going to get up to with that. There isn't too much more to see apart from a bridge, which, ooh, that is quite a fancy bridge. Again, is it floating? No, it isn't floating. It's actually being what a bridge is meant to be. And all these lights are quite cool as well. I like the way you've used the iron fences in the middle there, instead of using maybe fences or something to take on a more elegant look to it. So guys, this is one to watch for next month to see where we come up to with Hotkey's world. But yeah, that's pretty cool, mate. So I'll see what happens soon. But yes, it's time to jump on over to something that's been happening in Corbett. So Corbett has been undertaking a bit of a renaissance, let's say. It is no longer the French-inspired town it once was. It's going to be something else. So I'm going to take you there. Let's have a look. This is probably the most incredibly designed interior I've ever seen anywhere in Minecraft. We are currently standing in St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. Now, I'm going to let you breathe it all in. I can't fathom it so much, but the light shafts that come through the windows, the sheer amount of detail that has been built into this place so far, almost single-handedly, and the scale is outstanding. It's not completely done. There is still a bit more, obviously, to do, and the exterior is of nowhere near being built. So currently, what we're in is the shell of a building. But this shell is one of those really pretty ones that you find at the beach. You just don't want to leave, so you take it home with you, and you just detail and texture it and get lost in the roof. Oh my god, it is actually beautiful. I could never fathom building like this at all. What you guys have been doing, Wobex and Bubex, is incredible. So we've got loads of these little sort of, I guess they're little chapels on the side, with the confession booths in there, which is just a perfect addition. Love these little niches in the walls, and the actual colours and textures you've used is something I would never think about doing. So you've used obviously brick and granite in here to give it a nice sort of granite look, but then you've also built in some diorite, quartz, and even stone, and that is just incredible. So I can't wait to see how this place turns out. I know your overall goal for it is to actually build the entirety of the Vatican, which is okay because it's obviously a country which is quite small, as it's mainly just a little city. And not even a city, it's just a cathedral and some other buildings, but still, these buildings are incredibly large and beautiful, so I cannot wait to see where you guys take this. So we're going to pop on over to see Morton, and I think that's the last town on the tour, so let's go. So you find me in the industrial district of Morton, standing here amongst the candles. So these are part of a factory that Rayfin has been building in here, and I've got to say, I love them. They actually give such a nice industrial feel. The way you've got the cobwebs in there, along with some campfires, giving a bit of a movement, a bit of life to it all, but you can just see how these chimneys dominate the skyline and the landscape, and they are perfect. So over here we have a really nice little signal box, and it leads you in to a lovely little development. So he's gone again for something quite similar to what I do, which are these double blade houses. And I think these have been pulled off really well. I love little terraced houses like these because they're really hard to do in Minecraft, but once you get them right, or once you build a few of them, then the process really does kick in and it looks quite good. When you build one or two, nah, never going to work. But when you build a whole street of them, I think it does work out quite well. So Morton has definitely got some stuff going on. I can't wait to see where you take this one again. Ooh, I love the way you've got these little trucks down here. They aren't all parked equally, which makes it a bit more like it's been used. What a neat little detail. And then we've got all this coal lying around, which is just perfect. Yeah, so if you guys need some industrial inspiration, and I'm sure we can get a nice little tour of Morton going once he's built up a bit more of it. Love these vats, love it all. There's just, do you know, we've come here 3 times now, and each time it keeps going from strength to strength, which is actually great. So, Rayfront, I can't wait to see where you bring this up a bit more. So let's take ourselves back to King Square and wrap up this server tour. So guys, that's been October's server update. A lot's been happening again, and you guys have seen the best of it. Now I know that Carter and Goose are both working on their towns quite hard. Carter's currently working on a dockyard, so I'll show you that next time when he's got a bit more built to it. And Goose is working on something that we'll show you later on with Jamie. That's right, we're going to get Jamie back for the tours. Let's see how that goes. So guys, just remember, get inspired, get building, and I'll see you for November's server update. And until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.